Last week, you recall, we undertook two very important assignments on the floor of Parliament. One was the approval of a tax waiver to the tune of 1.5 million euros and also 38 million euros for the Ghana Bauxite Company. Sometime in 2020, government approved some facility to help with the construction of about 240 laboratories in some SHS institutions across the country. We exhibited a list of beneficiary schools to our report for your perusal. What we did was for the additional funding or financing for the next phase of 174 schools, which government sought and Parliament approved last week, Friday. So I believe it's a very important step, especially when we're trying to integrate and introduce a lot of ICT infrastructure into our second cycle schools. Government again also took interest in the Ghana Bauxite Company by reassessing the strength of the company with the request that came before us. One, government stake in that entity has increased to over 23.8%. Ghana Bauxite, because of this capital injection and the tax waiver that they are seeking from us, based on the analysis they put before us, have increased their production from 500,000 tons to over 1 million tons. That is what we want the company to do in order to create enough jobs, pay the requisite taxes that we're asking for. The beauty of these approvals that the minority supported it. Sometimes there's some misunderstanding between what they seek to do with regards to tax waivers. Their position is that when government is taking an interest in some of these entities, they will support it. And we commend the minority for supporting and coming on board. We are having a little challenge with regards to the $250 million World Bank facility that is aimed to support the financial sector. The banks went through a difficult time during the DDEP, or the Domestic Debt Exchange Program. In view of that, if you read the budget, government said they were going to support the financial sector through the Ghana Financial Sector Stabilization Fund with a CD equivalent of $500 million, and also seek a World Bank financing of $250 million to support the program. A pool of close to about $15 billion, 15 billion Ghana cedis is what government is seeking to mobilize to support the banking sector. The challenge I'm talking about is that the minority wants a fund legally established through an act of parliament. But this is a credit line from the World Bank where the banks will apply, an analysis will be made before a disbursement will be made directly to the banks. That is different from creating a fund like the Road Fund, Zongo Development Fund, or the special initiative funds that we all are used to on the floor. So a decision was taken at the committee by majority decision, and a report is being prepared to be laid. Those are some of the things that we've been doing as the Finance Committee at this time that I needed to brief the press for you to be abreast with what we are doing, so that you also take an interest in what we are doing as a committee in Parliament. Thank you very much.